What the hell do women want when it comes to a man? Let me ask you this.
Oh, God.
Women want a man, right? They want a big, strong man to protect them. They want a man. They don't want no punk, right?
Right.
But why when they get a man, then they want the dude to start acting like a punk. They want him to act all sensitive. You try to manipulate them. It's like, yo, do you want a man or do you want a girly man?
Yeah, but you know what? Okay.
You can't have it both ways.
Listen, you can be a medium. Not fully womany, but more manly, but have some sensitivity. I always say this, guys, that men have one hormone. I really believe that. I believe there's nothing else in your system. And if you have more hormones, that's when you're gay. That's honestly the way I feel. So, if, like with you, I'll say certain things to you, and you be like, yeah, that's right. If I say this looks good, you be like, yeah, that's good.
And you can't accept it.
No, because I want you to be like, I love you. You're so beautiful. Why you can't do that?
But then, if I acted that way, you wouldn't.
It would annoy the shit out of me. Right. I'd be like, what are you doing? So what do y'all want? I think we want a medium.
Y'all want bipolar men.
Like me? No, well, I'm a woman.
You want the man to be what you want him to be in the moment.
Okay.
That's insane.
That's a little bit off. I think men, like you are so manly sometimes. I just feel like, but then I don't want you too feminine either.
Okay. Listen to what you said. I'm a man. I'm supposed to be a man.
I know.
You're a woman. I don't want you to act like a man.
You better not. Oh my God.
So I don't criticize you for acting like a woman. Y'all want us to be strong and sensitive. You want us to be tough, but don't beat nobody up. You want us to work hard, make all the money, but then be with you 24/7. So let's.
Damn.
Yes. So all right. So perfect example, right?
Okay.
I had to tell this, right?
Mm-hmm. He's our son, by the way.
We don't need to listen.
If you're gonna say his name, we need to say who he is.
I had to tell him this, right? If you're with a woman, and because it's men's instinct. If when a woman is reaching out, if she calls you and she's like, yo, I got a problem, I don't think women understand. Men go into a certain mental thing immediately. You start thinking protect, kill, destroy.
Oh shit. Well, yeah.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
When your woman calls you, she got an issue.
Okay.
Or you hear it in her voice.
You hear that, ladies?
Something clicks in your brain
what is
automatically.
P, what is it? Protect?
Kill, destroy.
Okay, it's PKD.
PKD. You're going to get a shirt, PKD.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. K, no, P.
Or PDK. Anyway, listen.
Yeah.
Stay focused. All right, so I'm putting you into the mind of a man. Mm-hmm. When we get that call, that's where our minds go. Mm-hmm. So our thing is, okay, you try to find out what the situation is. But your mindset is automatically what happened, where you at, who I gotta hurt. Even if it don't come out his mouth, that's what's going on in our head.
Yeah.
My woman sounds like she's in distress.
Yeah.
Who do I have to hurt? So if a woman is calling you, so the point I was making to him is women have to understand where we're coming from. So you can't call us with something if it's not serious and you're telling us to come respond to something. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if a woman is calling you to come beat people up all the time, you have to know as a man, she don't care about you.
That's true.
So let me tell you the where it's complicated.
Break it down, babe. Hurry up.
So you called me a few months back. You did something that you never do.
Right.
You woke me up out of my sleep.
Ooh.
You was in distress.
Yes.
You was like, yo, whatever happened, I'm groggy. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I just heard you clearly was stressed.
Yes.
You woke me up. You said something happened.
Yes.
You need to come handle it.
Yes.
And you stormed out.
Yeah, I did.
So I'm there like, I'm just trying to gather
your
my
thoughts.
I don't know what happened, but I'm just automatically like, I got to get up and hurt somebody. That's all I know.
I know.
That's all I understand.
It's like you got up and like by the time you came outside, your whole facial, it's like you were never asleep. It was like you were already up.
But I was still half asleep.
Yeah, but.
So I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is happening. But the point is, that's not something that you normally do.
No.
So I knew it was serious.
Yes.
And I got to backtrack for a second. If that's something you do all the time, that's a problem.
Yes.
If you're always
in a drama situation.
And you're telling the man, yo, you got to come do this. You got to. there's something wrong if she's putting you in that situation all the time.
Yeah.
But in that situation, you felt like somebody disrespected
Yes.
you to the point
A guy.
where you had to come get me.
Yes, to handle
and
that.
You wanted me to do something.
Yeah.
Because you said you need to come out here and handle that.
Yes, I did.
And those
yes.
wasn't your exact words.
I did.
But
I did.
The thing is, now when I get outside, now your energy was different.
Because you want to go ring the bell.
Yes. but see,
and I was like, oh my God.
But see, this is where I say women have to understand the guy's mindset.
Okay.
Because
so you can't say those type of things unless you
mean it.
Not unless you mean it, unless you
want somebody to get hurt.
Yeah.
Unless somebody has
that's
to
the word,
get hurt.
Yeah.
Because all right, from my perspective, and this is what men are never going to tell you. I'm always real. When you came at me with that situation, I'm confused because I'm just waking up. There's a part of me that gets scared because I'm like, all right, I'm trying to figure out what happened. But then I told you where my mind goes.
Yes.
So I'm automatically, even though I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it can be scary when you don't know what's happening.
And hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know what might happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if this person might kill me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I might end up killing them.
Yeah.
My whole life get ruined.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But all I know is
something happened to your wife.
And I got to go hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So
I was so mad too. I mean, I should explain more, but I wanted you to catch this guy before he went inside the house.
But it's raw emotion. And
yeah.
then me also knowing that that's not your normal character.
Yeah, yeah.
If it was, I would have been like, all right, it's just whatever.
Because I handle my stuff. But
so under that circumstance, I'm like, no, something really is wrong.
Yes.
Get up.
Yes.
Go figure it out.
Yeah. And the one thing we make a hold your thought. The one thing we make a really big deal about is that if you don't want to get your ass beat, if you're a woman, you have no business hitting a man or trying to fight a man. Don't engage.
Right.
Let your man handle it.
Right.
So that's why I was like, listen, I'm not going to fight with no man.
Right.
I don't care how big, small, whatever. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm not doing nothing. Right. I'm going to get my man. You guys figure out what's going to happen next.
And that's what you should do. That's exactly
that's what I did.
Because
anybody hit me, I am just going ham. I'm going to get my car. I'm going to run them over. All kind of stuff is going to happen. It's better if you go out there and you just kill them for me.
So listen, all right, so I get outside.
Cool.
Now, this is something that I do. I always tell men that this is what, in any situation, this is what you need to do.
Okay.
Keep your emotions in check. And this is in any situation when somebody's coming to you with something.
Yes.
Keep your emotions in check.
Yes.
And figure out exactly what happened in detail.
Yes.
I need to know
that's
the
really
whole
important.
story.
That's really
I always
important.
say never fight a blind war.
Yeah.
Don't engage
unless
you know. So I used to be like this with my friends when we was in the street, right? Friends would come to me, yo, come here, something happened, we gotta go, yo. No, nope. I don't care if you bleeding. I don't care what.
Got stabbed, shot. I don't care. What you done did.
I need to know what happened. I need to know the whole story. I need to know who, where. I need to know exactly what you did and exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing with men. A lot of men will say, oh, I don't care. You know, we'll handle it, and then we'll ask questions later.
Yeah,
and if my friend's wrong, it doesn't matter. I'll deal with him after.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe
that's
in
not
that.
The
that's
right
stupid.
Way. Yeah,
no,
it is.
If you did something wrong, we're gonna establish that
at first.
Because if you did something wrong and you got punched in the face, you probably deserve to get punched in the face.
Yeah, and you know what also? You know what also? You yourself, like say if a friend calls you and be like, come, and you go jump into the situation without no questions, that's your friend, and you just want to defend them, that can ruin your one little thing can ruin your whole life.
Yes.
People don't got time to ruin their lives anymore. People got things to do because somebody finds out what happened. The time that it takes you to say, okay, but what happened? Okay, what happened?
Yeah.
Is the time that can save your life. Those 2 minutes, you can get a lot out. But a lot of time people are dying or people are getting hurt for something that their friend did that was wrong anyway.
Yeah.
But they're mad. And I got to say this. Y'all people are stupid. When you get into altercation with someone and then you go get your boys to fight the one person that you got in the altercation with. because you got beat up. Come on. This generation, y'all might as well just sit and do video games and fight each other via video games. Y'all so weak and so feeble and just so, ugh.
But all right, so this is what I'm saying. You have to know
babe?
The full story.
Yes, important.
Because if your friend is wrong,
yes,
you have to tell them.
Yes.
Or your woman.
Yes.
You have to be like, look, you was wrong.
Yeah.
You handled that situation wrong, and this is why this happened.
Yeah, and it's, you know what, it's so important because even you do that, and that's why the experts is so important, because we've been through so much and we've seen so much, so we're experts. But you're that type of person to me. If I'm going through something with any of my friends or any of my family, if we go through something, you always say, well, you could have handled it this way.
Right.
You were wrong. Look at it this way. You never just get mad. Because, and I don't do it either. Well, you don't be in those situations. But I don't do it either. You never just get mad and be like, yeah, I'm going to defend her. You know, I don't want to defend whatever. No, you always look at the picture. You always want to hear from me what happened.
Right. Because, and, not to cut you, but this is...
Yes, you did want to cut me.
But this is my thing. When I get mad, I'm mad.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to do something, then I'm going to go all the way with it.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I'm in the right.
Yes.
And it just, and you also have to look at the situation and say, all right, either one of us or both of us are going to put ourselves in some situation. So we have to make sure it's worth it.
Yes, and it makes sense for us, like we're defending ourselves sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you're in the right, or if you're you just got to make sure it's worth the problems that's going to come with it.
Yes.
So if there's a situation where I can figure out another way to deal with it,
yeah,
then we need to figure out. That only makes sense. That's somebody who cares about you.
Yes.
And they don't want to see you in something. And when you care about your friends,
yes,
you're not going to put them in situations.
Right.
So I was always the type of person. If I was in a situation, I wouldn't call my friends to come help me.
Right.
Because I'm thinking, I don't want them to get into nothing. I'm not sure what they might do. I might not be able to control them.
My girlfriends, I would call them. We never really had anything, but I'll call them. Be like, yo, this chick did this, and I'm about to knock on her door or whatever.
Okay, but listen. But see, maybe it's a little different with guys. But
I need her to come help me keep from killing the person.
But if I call... what are you doing?
Making a fan.
If I call...
all these lights, camera, and action just be making me hot.
If I call my friends and 10 dudes show up and they end up dragging somebody out of their house and beating them into a coma, I got to think, what happens to them if they all go to jail or they end up getting killed? Now, if the situation didn't warrant that, because it's rare that a situation is that serious,
right?
Then
or if it's a situation where you're about to, you feel like you are going to get attacked or something, yeah, you definitely want to call your friends to come and help you.
But then at this, but that's
I'd be calling my friends so they can beat the girl up.
But see,
I used to be like that. I'm not like that anymore.
But see, I'm saying people have to think. If people are willingly putting you in situations, whether it's your girlfriend or your friends, you got to question, do they really care about you?
Yeah.
Because the first thing when anybody I know is in a situation, I'm thinking, all right, like I said, I need to know the whole story and I need to know how we can fix this some other way.
Right.
And then if there's no other way to handle it, then we got to go, the ignorant way.
But it's so scary because no one takes the time and no one realizes how quick that process is.
Yes. You
narrow it down. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. It takes not even a minute to explain what's going on. And then for you, when something is going on, you always be like, all right, hold on. What happened? Who's it with? Chill out. Relax. You're always like that. But the next thing is that two people can't be mad together. We're never mad at the same time. It would be, and I'll explain why I said that. It's dangerous when you and your other is mad at the same time, the same way, because there's no one in control and anything can go crazy. We're lucky enough that we're never, ever mad at the same time. There's always one that's calm. Isn't that crazy? If anyone else out there is like that, let me know, because we feel like we're aliens. Well, at least he is. Well, no, I'm an alien. I was born in Jamaica and then I got my citizenship here. So anyway, but No, but think about it.
Keep each other
that's
level.
how we keep each other
Safe.
leveled. And you know what? It comes naturally, though. It's like come naturally. If you, we're just never mad at the same time. We'll be upset. Like I'll be upset if you're upset. I'll be upset. Vice versa.
Right.
But we're never really. Where one is always calmer, and that's so important for us to tell people. You have to force yourself for one person to be in control. Your husband or your man can't be going through something and you rallying up the same way. I mean, there's a few times that I've had to and you sent me home but listen, woman out there, I'm the type of woman, I don't care. You mess with my husband, I'm in it. I don't want the guy to hit me, but you gonna know that you do something, I'm gonna be on top of you. I don't care if you don't need me to defend you. I tell you that all the time. I don't care. You hurt my son, my nieces, my mother, my whole family, anyone, especially my nieces and my son, it's going to be on and popping whether you need me there or not. But for you, I will defend you even though you tell me stay out of it. Mm-hmm. But then there's times when you be like, yo, you're making it worse.
Yeah.
Because I just be, what? But.
So. Back to what we started this at, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So when you called me outside that day,
yes,
I asked you to explain the whole story.
Right.
I don't think I was still understanding.
Okay.
But what did I do? I go to the guy's house.
You go ring the damn bell. See, right. I was calm by then. Because once I see you upset, I know I have to calm down. And once you see me upset, you know you got to get the situation in control. Thank God we're that way. But you do that. You like to jump out the car.
But wait.
You like to grab the bat from the trunk.
No, that was a long time ago. Stop.
That long.
That was last decade. Listen, we've grown. We've grown up.
Okay,
listen,
a little bit.
But see, this is the thing.
Yes.
In that moment, I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
Like
you were just trying to figure out what's going on.
I wasn't angry. I wasn't flipping. I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, we have to go. Who's this guy? Where's he at?
Yeah.
He lives right there. All right, we're gonna go knock on his door. We're gonna go figure this out. We're gonna have a conversation.
Yes, you did say that. Yes, you did say that.
But my thing is, see, then as I'm waiting. Mm-hmm. Then you was like, all right, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
Because I know you're going to, I feel like if he come out, he was Jamaican too. So I felt like, the Jamaican.
And we've been fighting.
Right. That's what I didn't want you to just,
but that's Jamaicans what I'm there for, though.
I know.
That's the whole thing.
I know.
So but
I didn't want that to happen.
So this is what I'm saying.
I had to call you because of his mouth and what he was saying to me was inappropriate.
Yes.
And so you going to have a conversation, and he rang the bell for a while.
Because I know he home.
They never came down, but still, I kind of wanted to go after a while because I was like, damn, if this guy comes out his mouth, it's gonna be crazy out here. And I'm like, we got plans. We got so much shit we have to do. So every time I have to curse somebody out, unless it's really emergency, I won't call you. But the next time when I am that upset, I will inhale, smoke some weed, and then tell you what happened.
But see, listen, this is what I'm saying. And I want to make this clear, right?
Okay.
In that situation, that's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to come get me.
Yes.
So I don't want you to be in a situation like that where you don't.
Yeah.
If you feel like that's what happens. If that's how you're feeling.
Yes.
Because the situation obviously had to be that bad.
Yes.
So that's what you need to call me.
Yes.
My thing is I want people to understand, women especially, in those situations you have to understand what most men are thinking.
Yeah.
And how
the danger it can be.
How we're programmed to react. Mm-hmm. So, but then we get confused because men, we all go through this. Mm-hmm. We get put in a situation, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but we get put in a situation, and then when we're ready to do what we're wired to do, then the woman's like, no, stop. And we like, wait a minute. And you called me to beat this dude up.
But you
now
know what?
I'm here, and you're like, stop. It's
Hold
like,
on.
What?
Hold
on. What you call me for?
Hold on. It just feels so weird that my nail is missing. Okay, so hold on. You got to understand something. I truly believe that God works through somebody in the relationship to keep things, to balance things back. Because in that situation when he went over, and after I started to feel like I was calming down and he wasn't coming down, I said, you know what? Maybe we should walk away from this because it's just not worth it.
Okay.
So for me, I'm calling you back and you like, no, wait a second. But I still pushed it because I was like, okay, we got to get control of the situation because I start thinking ahead. What can happen? Is it worth it? No, I curse. It's easier to just curse somebody off and keep moving as long as they don't put their hands on you.
So let me tell you the difference between now and in the past.
Okay.
My whole mindset was, all right, we live across the street. I'll see him.
Yeah.
There's no way I'll get you later.
Yeah, that's how your mindset is now.
But the difference is, and there was a day where I went out there.
Yes.
And
we won't talk about that on camera.
Yeah, we just missed each other.
Okay.
But
oh yeah, I remember.
And I'm still mad, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't do what I was supposed to do because then I wouldn't have missed
You didn't get a chance to speak to.
All right, so listen. I'm just, since we here, and then I'm gonna get back to my topic. So I looked out the window. I saw his car was parked, but it was parked off the curb. Like he just stopped and ran in the house.
Yes.
So I knew he was coming back out.
Yes.
So I went out there.
Yes.
And I was gonna sit on the hood of his car.
Oh my God.
And wait for straight up.
Just to have a conversation because he was disrespectful.
Right. So my thing was where our car was. I was gonna back up and block him off. So
that would have been good, like they did to me.
So my way of thinking was either I'm gonna go out there and sit on the hood of his car, so you can't miss me. That's gonna lead to you have to address me. This dude sitting on your car.
Yeah.
So either that or I was going to pull up my car and block him so he can't just run off. And then so I went to get the car, and instead of backing up, I circled around the block real quick.
Yeah.
And then when I came back,
he was out because he saw you. He saw you. I was at the window.
Well, okay. So when I noticed he was gone, I took off up the street.
Yes, you did.
Trying to find him. I ended up catching him.
Yes.
I followed him for a few blocks. I was trying, you know how I am.
Yes.
I was trying to get on the side of him and cut him off. But we going down those one ways, I couldn't. So he got towards the highway. So I was just like, all right. By then, I calmed down a little bit. I was like, all right. But the point is, see, at the end of the day,
baby.
But see, listen, I don't want that to come off as some tough guy stuff.
No.
Because I want people to understand.
I think that's just really how, when you want to protect the people that you love, it doesn't matter if you're weak, tough. I think even the weakest person, you'll be surprised. That's why you can't sleep on somebody. You can't sleep on anyone because if someone is trying to hurt someone that you love, it's like your mind goes someplace different.
If you're the type of person who's a protector.
Yes.
So somebody who doesn't have that type of mentality, and I'm not saying somebody who's not a protector, but everybody doesn't have that same mentality that I do, where they would have did those things.
Right.
So me saying that to a lot of people might sound insane.
Yeah.
And they like, yo, you did what? To me, it's normal. And mind you, I wasn't doing that to necessarily have a confrontation and fight him, but I wanted to make sure I addressed him, and we there had to be some sort of understanding, but I have to do it in a way where you can't just walk away.
Yeah.
I have your full attention.
Yes. Oh, what is with me in this thing?
That's what sometimes people don't understand when I do things a certain way.
Yes.
It might look crazy, and it might make them feel like they got to be over confrontational.
Yeah.
But my point is, you're not gonna be able to ignore me. We're gonna have to address this right here and now. But wait, real quick. But the thing was, the difference I was saying between now and then is once that situation happened and I couldn't get to speak to him, after that point I said, you know what? Let's let this go. I'm saying this in my head. Let's let this go. Because I know either way this is going to end up stupid, right? So I said, all right, we don't need this issue. I'm going to chill, and as long as they don't do nothing, because it was him and his girl.
Right.
I said, as long as they don't do nothing else, I'll chill, because I would have in the past kept pressing the issue.
Yes.
And that's at some point you have to, again, put your ego aside and say, all right, just chill.
Yeah.
But here's where it comes in at. I had to come to that point within myself and be comfortable with that. You didn't press the issue.
Right.
See, what happens is, as a man, I was going through this internal struggle, right? should I keep pressing it so I can have a conversation with this dude, or just let it go? Because I knew he upset you, so that's bothering me, right? Because if he would have just did something to me, I would have probably let it go.
Yeah.
If it was just some verbal stuff.
Yes.
But because I know it was towards you, no, that has to get handled. It has to be understood that can't happen again. So at this point, I'm like, if it was a different situation and you as the woman, you kept pressing it when I was falling back, that's when a lot of times men get into stuff.
Yeah,
because the woman is like, yo, you just gonna let him get away with it? This and that. And then as the man, you feel like, all right, now I gotta go do something.
Yeah.
And then that's when bad stuff happens.
That's when things can happen.
So
we want a lot of positive. We got things to do. We got people to meet. We got places to go. We don't got time to deal with those little folks.
But see, all of these things is these type of conversations don't get had.
No.
And if they did,
yes,
a lot of people wouldn't.
A lot of lives will be saved.
Right. People wouldn't be killing each other over nonsense.
No, over foolishness.
People because
hold on. Can I just say something? You mother turkeys are killing each other over stupidness. Okay. There's people at war getting their head blown off and getting all these things happening. They're fighting for stuff. You getting mad because the guy's talking to your girlfriend. You saw your girlfriend. What are you really shooting what are you doing drive-bys for? You ever wonder what people do drive-bys for?
Can we stay on the topic, though?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because you like to...
For no reason. They're just killing each other.
Well, listen, because this is important. These conversations for these type of situations need to be had. Because, and so this is why I was telling you, I was explaining some of this to Malik. Because him, as a younger man, he has to understand if he gets into these situations with his woman, he has to be able to break these things down in his own head and control these situations a certain way. Because your pride, men do the most stupidest things because of women.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So if you don't have this understanding and be able to see things and break things down, you're going to actually end up putting yourself in a situation. And if you're with the type of woman that is with that drama and she keeps pushing you into that stuff, that's why I said in the beginning, if you're with somebody as a man and your woman keeps putting you in these situations, oh, you better go do this, you better go beat this guy up and do this, or she's putting you in these situations. She don't care about you.
Yeah. You know what's so funny when you say that? One time, a while back, I think it was at a gas station, and a while back I saw this guy and the girl. It was obviously his girlfriend, you could tell. And the guy is arguing with another girl. Like, I guess whatever happened, they didn't know each other, but something happened at the gas station, whatever. And he was arguing. And they're arguing like they're going to fight. And the girlfriend is just like kind of standing there watching. For me, I'm saying to myself, first of all, this is my man, right? And he is going back and forth with a woman. That's when myself and I will look at that situation and say, okay, wait. I'm not going to have my man have to knock down this girl. This is my man. This is a girl. It needs to be a girl-on-girl conversation. That's when you tell your man to fall back a little bit and you handle it and be like, okay, what's up? That's a different story. I mean, I don't... What?
You lost your train of thought.
I don't have any point. I can't remember my point.
Listen,
oh, it was like I was jumping to something else.
You're the worst.
I was trying to basically say that... there's a role that, what do you think about that when there'll be arguments? I'm sure you've seen that before, right?
Of course. It's the same thing with when in the reverse with a man. I'm not going to sit there and let you argue with a man.
Right.
There's been, and there's situations.
And that's why I called you at that time, because when I realized I was about to go back and forth with him, and the issue wasn't exactly with the girl. It was what he came out his mouth and said that turned it into a problem. And so that's where the situation was, and that's why I went and got you.
But wasn't the situation initially with the girl? He got involved?
No.
Okay.
Basically, it was with him.
Okay.
I was reversing into the spot. Excuse me. Yes, it was parking wars.
Oh wait, but then she got into it.
Only because after he said something, when he said something to me disrespectful, I jumped out the car. I didn't care. I couldn't see left or right, the streetcar, nothing. I jumped out. I was like, excuse me? I was like, what did you say? I said, first of all, and I go into my little rants. But I kept it kind of toned because I was just like, all right, I stopped myself. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to go get my husband. You can have this conversation with my husband. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
So I prepared him mentally to know that I have a husband and he's going to talk to you.
Okay.
By the time I went upstairs and came back down, their mother turkeys were gone. What she did say to me was, what are you going to do about it? And so when she said that to me, the only thing I saw was the fact that she had a child in her hand. You don't ask a woman what you gonna do about it with a child in your hands. I know friends growing up that would still kick your behind, even if you're pregnant
crazy,
or have a child in your hand.
That's crazy though. You can't.
Not me. When I saw the child in hand, I'm looking at her. I was like, you gonna say that now? You're holding a child.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she's like, so what you gonna do about it? Because now she's like, okay, maybe I should say something. But you're holding a child. Don't ask somebody what you're going to do about it if you have kids. Just be like, you know what, we'll deal with this later.
Yeah.
And go put your kids somewhere. But she said that. But he was still running his mouth, his little thinking patois, like said, me can't speak patois. And that's why I had to come get you, because he was saying too much and it made me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And I specifically told him, I'm not going to have this conversation with you.
Right.
You are going to have this with my husband. Let me go get my husband for you.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what women are supposed to do. That's where the hitting and all that stuff come in. And to jump to another thing, women, you should not be fighting men. You shouldn't do it. If you're arguing outside, ask them for their telephone number and their email and their contact address so you can go home, get your man, and he can show up there and have a conversation. Seriously, this is how it needs to be. Instead of you literally getting your ass kicked from a man and being verbally abused also. Because I can't sit back and forth and argue with a man. I'm not a good arguer.
Yeah, me neither.
Not even with a girl. You can't just run your mouth to me. I don't know how to snap. That's what we used to call it. I don't know how to curse people off. I say what I got to say, and that's it. Either we're going to go or I'm not like that no more.
But see, listen, this is the thing too, right?
I got businesses.
Like in those situations, even though I might come off as aggressive, as I should in those situations, my mindset isn't, I'm going to fight this person or beat them up.
Right.
But as a man,
Yeah.
a conversation, we need to come to an understanding.
Yeah.
And
This
a lot
can't
of
happen
times
again.
that conversation is going to be aggressive.
But you know what? I'm sorry to cut you again. I kind of do want to cut you, but you always have these conversations. And I don't know what you say, because a lot of times you be saying stuff, you send me, remember like that time when we used to live in a place and he said something and I was like, oh, you got this? What? And you was like, just go over there. You always have these conversations. And by the time you're done with the conversations, that person is even more pet of you than you began the conversations, but they want to be your friends. How does that happen?
I don't know.
You always handle it like, I just be like, oh my God, what did he do?
But this is the thing. It's conversation and tone.
Babe, one day we're gonna have to do like a fan and something like
wrong
that.
with you. The AC's on.
Yeah, but the lights. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, because when I'm in those situations, I'm not threatening anybody. I'm not talking to anybody crazy. But men understand men. So you understand somebody's tone. You see the look in their eye. You know when somebody's playing with you and they mean what they say. And they don't have to be I don't have to threaten you to get my point across.
Yeah.
But
Girls, we do. We gotta be like, girl, let me tell you, I'm gonna drag your hair. You better go get some Vaseline. You know when we coming, because we gotta get the oil. Now what is it now? It's shea butter and all that, because shea butter really pulls from what I heard. But now in this time and age of shea, you know when we coming. You notice that? Men can just pop up and you be having a conversation and then it turns left for some reason by one thing. Woman, you know it's about to turn left.
Most men, though, at the same time, most men, we recognize other real men. So that's why I say we read each other's energy and tone. So whether you're a soft man or weak or a strong dude, the other guy knows that. So I can get my point across. I don't have to threaten you. And a lot of times men know when the other guy is scared or insecure, because that's when, let's say I approach you. So I go to this man's door. Most men are not doing that.
No.
You're not going to their door.
I've never met
right?
anyone like you.
Now, when
You've kind of done that quite a bit of times.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm going to approach you because we need to have a conversation.
Yes.
So right away, when you see me at your door, you know I'm serious.
Yeah.
You're probably expecting me to be acting crazy, to be cursing, threatening you, acting wild, yelling and screaming. No, I'm calm and I'm composed.
Yes.
So but you can read my energy. I'm sure they know this guy will grab me and pull me out this doorway. But I'm speaking to you respectfully, but forcefully, because my intention, again, is always to get to the bottom of this, not to necessarily beat you up or threaten you. So,
and just to make it clear that it can't happen again,
right.
Don't let it happen
so
again.
So within that conversation, dudes realize, so all right, if I'm sitting there cursing the guy out and talking crazy and threatening him, most dudes are automatically just going to react to that. But if you a real dude, you know when somebody is saying that, it's their defense mechanism. Because whenever a guy starts talking about, oh, I'll shoot you, I'll go get my friends, I'll be looking at them like, no, you're afraid.
Yeah, I never came out and
because
said
if it's
like
me
that.
and you standing here.
Yeah, just deal with the situation.
Right. I'm standing here as a man.
Right.
It's me and you. I don't have a weapon.
Yeah.
I'm not threatening you.
Yes.
I'm not talking about nothing violent.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about other people.
I'm talking about the situation.
Right. So if you start talking all that other stuff, you're trying to deflect. You're trying to find anything, whether it's raising your voice, making threats, talking about weapons, other people. You're trying to find something that is going to intimidate me and make me leave you alone. So when you see that, and you see that this person that approached you is not on any of that, but you know he's serious, you're
I think the respect level is definitely
different. It's going to be either respect or you're going to be even more afraid.
Yes, yes.
And either way, you're going to try to find a way to fix that situation because you're going to say either this guy might really try to kill me, or whatever. So it's that's why stuff don't usually go left.
Yes. So like with me one time, like I can't remember when, but a while back when we had, I think the white Nissan. No, it's not that far back, but like maybe 2 years ago, something like that, when we had the regular Nissan. You remember our cute Nissan or whatever? And I went somewhere and something happened with I can't remember what it was, but this girl had like a BMW. And she came out her mouth and she said something. I can't remember the whole situation, but she was like, said something with your Nissan. What was it? Nissan Altima. And I'm looking at her. She came out her her BMW. So I asked her, I said, so what do you do? What do you do with yourself? Oh, don't worry about what I do. I make my money. I said, well, you do. You own your own business. You do something. Like I asked her, I was like, you talking about my Nissan. I was like, you think because you have a BMW, you about something?
Yeah, she thinks she's special.
I was like, did you get your tax return? Did you pay a big down payment? I was like, stop it. So she was just saying little things that were materialistic. And I had to come out my face and be like, yo, you talking to me about a car. You're telling me my car ain't crap to your car.
Yeah.
What do you do? What that got to do with anything? There's people out there, babe, that drives a piece of crap and have well-established businesses. So when I'm arguing with you now and you say something to me that's derogatory to what you see or whatever, I'm going to ask you, what do you do? If I Google you, will I see your name? Like, what are you talking about? Do you have a business? Are you making good money? Like, what do do you work a 9 to 5? Like, these are the things I hit you with. No one has time to be like, oh, your mama's a B. And I still hear that from adults.
Yo, I wouldn't even respond to somebody if they start talking about my car. I literally would have laughed and be like, all right, I'm out.
No. Like, it wasn't specifically.
You just told me what you about.
Right. But it's the way she said something and then people were outside and I stopped. I was going to just bypass it because I was like, this chick ain't nothing. But she kept running her mouth. Like, if you say something, you keep running your mouth after a while and be like, yo, shut the F up.
Yeah.
You know, and because she was talking, I was like, you want to Google me? You want to what? I was like, listen, what do you do with yourself? I was like, you talking all this crap because you got a BMW. Are you sure you didn't use your tax return? I was like, I'm affordable, honey. I I got other things to do, like invest assets over liability, like invest in our shit.
But see, listen, this is why I would have heard
I didn't say all that, but
I would have heard that and immediately knew who I was dealing with. I would have walked off. It didn't matter who was there hearing that. It's like,
it was just
I'm not going to argue with a fool.
I know, but she was just saying so much, and I think it's different. I stopped doing that. Like, if someone makes a remark or something, which they don't anymore, because I think people just know. But it was just that situation. I really ever went through something where she just felt, and then she had on the freaking tie head. Like, what?
Yo,
what?
Yo,
you're not even cute. Then she had on those. Come on.
Hold on, I wanna